and the horses had to defend themselves. But the cockroaches, they came with power, and they linked up with the bush rats, alright? And between them, they had too much power, and they defeated the horses. And that's why... Wait, what is the point of this story again? There's like a horse grave here for something? Oh yeah, it's full of horse ghosts. Hey folks, this is BestInSlot. Welcome back to Dinosaur Canyon. This is a pretty freeform sandbox build where we're going to build on these raised platforms, these raised areas in a canyon, topped by these aviaries sitting like alien domes across the roofs of all these canyons. So that's really what we're going to work on for today. I want to get the aviaries up to scratch and get those filled in. So there's going to be tons of pterosaurs for you folks to name in the comment section down below. Do let me know what species you would like to name. Don't just throw names out. Let me know what specific pterosaur you would like to name. Otherwise, I can't really use your name. Now, since the last video, of course, I've done a little bit of work. Only about 5 minutes worth, really. Just some basic decorations, stuck in some chairs, stuck in some rocks, stuck in some trees, stuck in some little deco things here. Quite liked this, building these rock walls between the shops with the rocks, and then, what's the word here? Lining these all up, I suppose. just generally making it all a little bit more... put together and fancy looking. So let's have a look at the dinosaur names. Thank you for your suggestions as per usual. In the Muttaburasauruses, we have Melody, we've got Jen, we've got Buttersaurus, bloody Nora, we've got Peanut, and that is our Mutters. And for the Troodons, we have Troy, a little reference for you there, Coyote, Twizzles, who is the pretty one, Trudy, or Troody, I guess would actually be the name. The Intimidator, who is inside the rock. So intimidating that they are fused with the rock. Trippy Timmy, who is very trippy. Goggles, very appropriate actually. Alejandro. That wasn't very good. They said that when I say Alejandro, I have to play like a little Spanish guitar. But my guitar isn't great in the first place. Never mind my Spanish guitar. What would a Spanish guitar sound like? No. Let's just move on with our life. Truth and Reconciliation, fantastic name, good reference to my Halo playthrough. Reminder, I have a second channel currently playing through the entire Halo saga. If you want to go check that out, it is linked in the description down below. Cactus Jack, and I believe that is it. Troy. Right. So as I say, today we're just going to focus on these aviaries. There's a lot of them, it's a lot of species. They all need linking together, and this is like the last thing that's really super mod focused, I would suppose. So I kind of want to get that out of the way so we can do some stuff that, yeah, okay, you won't be able to build stuff quite like this without mods, but I think you could get a lot closer than what you can at the moment. So these all need, I need to think actually, because they all need probably viewing areas, hatcheries, quite a lot of jazz. It's not going to be the most exciting thing in the world, if I'm honest, but we'll see what we can do. Now, what type of hatchery... Is that DFW? Yeah. So all I'm going to do, the plan, I think, is I'm going to attach all these first of all. And... Oh, God. What we're going to do is we're going to release all the pterosaurs, and then we're going to get rid of the hatcheries, because we're not going to need them. So as soon as we've got these full of pterosaurs, we don't need the hatcheries anymore, and we can focus on making all of these... like suitable viewing areas for our guests instead. Now, how many aviaries is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that enough? How many species of pterosaur are there in this game? Let's have a little look. I think it's 7. Yeah. It's 8. Oh no. Okay. Bear with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. 1, 2, 3. That's why I'm going wrong. I'm not using my German. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, so there is 8. Oh, I did miss this one. See, German solves all problems. It looks a little funky. I think that goes without saying. I don't think it looks bad. Funky isn't necessarily a bad thing. I think once everything else is done, that will be less noticeable. Right now, it's like the only thing there, so it's super in your face about it, you know? Right, so we need some pterosaurs. And we're just going to go... What order would we go in? Maybe from, like, least threatening to most or something? You know, you start off with the little ones, and by the end you're at the big ones. Okay, so let's start with the Tapejara, I think. Hey, you heard me, Tapejara. I actually pronounced it correctly for the first time in my entire life. But see, this is expanded sandbox. I've got one scientist, instant incubation, like so. All the eggs, lovely stuff, just bam, bam, bam. Done. Look at that. It just kind of removes some of the more mobile game type mechanics from the game, you know? There we go, Tapejara. It's really fantastic looking pterosaurs. The colour schemes, the brightness. Really suitable first inclusion. So we've got 6 of those. Oh god, I love this one. That crest is just so cool looking. Look at it. It's fantastic. Definitely one of the better ones. One of my favourites, actually. Might be my favourite. What was the new guy? Oh, I don't know. Who is the new guy? I actually can't remember the new one. Oh, Sungariptus. Yeah, Sungariptus is still my favourite, though. Okay, so you'd go from there onto Dimorphodon, I suppose. Now, yeah, this is offline at the moment. Let's fix that. I'm just going to very haphazardly connect all these together at the moment. Because as I say, we're gonna get rid of the hatcheries at some point. So all we're going to do is release, not the they're the hatcheries, yeah. We're just going to release a maximum size for each of them. Tons and tons and tons of pterosaurs, ladies and gentlemen, that you need to name. So just, you know, if you want to name multiple species, feel free. Usually I won't take multiple names from one person, but, you know, if there's not enough suggestions, then... Well, there was last time. Dimorphodon, there we go. We will give them nicer habitats, I promise. It's not always going to look like this. But I want to get them out first, because again, time is zooming by. Zip, zap, zoom in. I might have to cut out some of this terrifying monorail building. Let's get you connected over the mountains. Sure, doesn't really matter right now. Okay, what would you say is third? Probably Sungariptus, actually. Although, having seen Sungariptus' kill animation, I'm less convinced by that. Actually, you know what? I love Sungariptus. I want to make sure it's one of the ones in the light, because I want to be able to see it completely. So we're going to put Sung over here. And we're going to fill the gaps with something else. It's just, I think it's my fave. I just like the colours. I wish I'd kind of done the same with the Tapejara as well. Which I so want to call Tapejara. I really do. It just feels like it's made for it. Carrasco is getting overworked right now. She really is. I don't know why there's no music. Dum, 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 dum. Did I turn it off? No. I have no idea why there's no music. Just imagine it's going dum da dum. You know, it's all dramatic. You know my fave. Who's a cool one? Are you a cool one? You're a pretty cool one. I might prefer Tapejara. Tapejara, damn it. Although these aren't the best colour combinations. That was alright. I've got to say, this random colour option though, that got added in the patch, is a phenomenal thing. Look at him, what a beauty. Just being able to release 6 pterosaurs, all different colours, all looking nothing alike, is really, really cool. You populated? Yes, I'm going over here next. Okay. What about... Okay, who's the scariest? Geo? Mara. Okay, so I'm gonna go Pteranodon next. Just because for me, Pteranodon, with that teeny tiny little crest, it feels a little bit limp, you know? A little crest isn't as scary. Sometimes size matters. And when it comes to pterosaur crests, that is one of those times. It does look like a superhero there, however, which I quite like. It's like the Riddler or something. It's got like a green mask on. It's actually the Riddler. I don't know. I just really don't like this tiny crest. That's not Frontier's fault. Don't get me wrong. That is literally what the creature looks like in Jurassic World. I just hate it. I just bit my tongue. At least in Jurassic World Dominion, from what we've seen, or at least the toy for the Pteranodon in Jurassic World Dominion does have a longer crest. It's not quite Jurassic Park 3 length, but you know, nothing against Jurassic Park 3 is a chatter for film. So. Next on the list then, so, I think trope. There's something about Dactylus that I think makes it scary. Geo's got the massive beak. Ciara's got, yeah, I think it's trope. I would say it's not yeah, I don't know. It's just scary pterosaur tour. It's what we all want, right? You only get 2 of them. I might make another set. I can't just have 2. I kind of feel like I should have done this for the Pteranodons as well. Tropagnathus. Add it to the list. It's surveying its kingdom before it arrives. Very cool, very colourful. Love that red there, that blood red sprouting up on the beak. Very cool. Let that second set come out. We can always check those out later. Moving along. Only 2 left to go now. Only 3 left to go now. Oh no, only 2 left to go. We've already done this one, right? Yeah. But still 3 left to go. Wow, my maths is taking some serious hits today. Okay, so who would go next? I think Mara is probably the spookiest. I'm gonna go Geo. It's got the best beak. It's big, and we've already discussed how that's important. But I wouldn't say it's spooky necessarily. It's quite regal in a way. It's quite a beautiful beak. You know, it's curvy and swoopy. Oh, that one on the left is beautiful. Look at that one. What an absolute stunner. That colour scheme is amazing. I just really like the bright colours, I always have done. Very, very cool. It's a shame it's not the glass. The glass aviary is actually nicer in a lot of ways, just because you don't get the weird, well, it's not really weird, it's appropriate, but that like mesh texture that we've got going on. You don't really get that, of course, with the other aviaries, with the glass one at least, with the Jurassic World one. But it does create some very interesting dramatic shadows, which I'm down with. Okay, 2 to go. We're nearly there, folks. I mean, we've nearly done this bit, and then there's like a billion other things to do. But that's neither here nor there. Next up on the list is Dactylus, which is, of course, our original Jurassic Park novel species, which is pretty cool beans. How many do we get? 4. That is plenty. I think anything 3 or above is fine. Okay, that one just looks like a ghost. Kind of spooky, actually. And there's something aggressive looking about this Dactylus, you know? I can try to catch you in a decent pose. There we go. Ooh, you cutie. Something, it's the way the teeth kind of jut out. I mean, it's really good for catching fish. You know, it's kind of like jut of random spikiness coming out. It's very effective at catching fish. And you know, if your teeth come out in multiple different angles, you've got a better chance of catching a fish as it passes through. That's kind of the point, I'm assuming. But it does. Are you inside the? Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, that's fine. This is fine. You're fine. Not sure the others are fine. Oh, there we go. Okay, they'll figure it out. They'll figure it. It's fine. It's fine. As long as I keep saying it's fine, it'll be fine. That's a good philosophy for life, just so you know. Okay, final on the list then, Dactylus. If you don't say it dramatically, are you saying it at all? I don't think so. It's just something about again, it's the teeth. Maybe it's because I'm British. I'm scared of good teeth. Da 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 dum. You know? Let's find one in the light. Sort of. There we go. Love that tiger striping on the beak. We've got that slightly infected looking texture around the eyes. Very noble, very dramatic. This is like a paint me. Well, not quite paint me. It's a. What did she say? What did she say when she's at the front of the boat? Hold me, Jack. Something like that. I don't remember. I haven't seen Titanic in a long time. But yeah, it's quite cute actually. The eyes. Man, I love seeing stuff like this up close. Imagine how much time this took to build. I mean, I'm sure this is done with brushes. Don't get me wrong. Like no one's modelling each individual. You can kind of see the line there where the different brushes were used. No one's modelling each individual divot and scale. And there is quite a bit messier. But still, you zoom out like that. Doesn't that texture look fantastic? It's beautiful. Well done, Mara Dactylus. Well done. Right. So, this is where things get a little trickier. Now, in theory, those pterosaurs will never die, right? Because, why would they? The combat's off and needs are off. They don't need food, they don't need anything. We'll give them food anyway, because I'm just a lovely person like that. The problem, then, is how we make this look appropriate for guests, more than appropriate for pterosaurs, and appropriate for looking stupid. Oh, no. Okay, good. The game has protected me from myself. That's probably needed to do. I think what we'll do is we'll work on a couple, and we'll establish what we're doing, and then I can go from there. Right, so we need aviary viewing areas, which is in attractions. Okay. And then I need to flatten this down if I can. It's going to be tricky, this. Okay, well, that's fine, it's fine. Okay, so we've got a little slope. A little slope is cool, slopes are sexy, everyone knows that. I often say that to people, they're like, what the hell is this guy? I don't even say it to people I know, I just go up to randomers on the street and go, did you know slopes are sexy? And then they run away and call the police, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, the slopes are sexy. And that is a sexy slope. I can't. The problem I have is I can't smooth this area. This area has to remain like this. So what we need to do is come up on the left a little bit, and then we can smooth out a little bit more. I'm going to bring this out, I think, a bit further. I'm really struggling to get this. I was about to say I'm really struggling to get this bit up, but I think we'll leave that one for a different time, eh? There we go. That's what I need to do. That's what I need to do. This bit could be quite harsh. It actually might look cooler to have quite a strong slope there, and then smooth out this side where you're going to be walking. And I think we can probably put this in a slightly better location. That's more appropriate, right? Yeah. Okay, nice fancy path. Nice fancy path. Luxury wide path. And we just need to make sure they don't fall off a cliff. That's all we're looking for here. No dead people. That's really the minimum requirement. Okay, I think that's fine. We're gonna block this off for fairly obvious reasons, but it works, right? On a very basic level, it works. God, it's ugly inside there. It really doesn't look good at all, but it will, ladies and gentlemen. It will. DFW viewing gallery is not my favorite because it's very glassy. What's that noise? Okay, let's get some foliage in here. Wait, what can I paint? I can't paint anything interesting, can I? Ooh, whoa, getting cheeky with the rock though. We need some trees. We need some brightness. What was I using? Was it these? Oh, they're pretty cool actually. It's like a little oasis. Some cacti over here. It's going to look awful if we don't fill it with foliage. This is my only concern, so. Wait, what? It's not allowed? I'm pretty sure that's against the rules of what I've established here. And we need a fish feeder. There we go. Alright, already looking a little bit better. Let's get some rocks in there, maybe. That'll give them something to perch on as well. And give it some height and depth. At the moment, it's very single level. Alright, cool. So I think that's the general idea for all the aviaries. It'll be something like that. Very basic, little water, little food, little area. The challenge now is making... Right, first of all we need to fix this, because this is stupid. So if I... flatten along here, can we create like a little... Alright, radius down, slope up, intensity up. That's what we need. I quite like that idea, actually. I think that could look really cool. If we do that, like, everywhere, and have, like... Oh, it's such a shame we can't make caves, you know? How good would that be right there? But this is like a natural wall for, like, an exhibit or something. It's got, like, a really interesting shape to it. I really like how that looks, actually. Yeah, look at that! That's awesome! You know I'm excited when I go, yeah, my voice gets higher pitched. That's like a waterfall. Without the water. It's dried up waterfall. Okay, I really like that idea. I'm going to do that across the entire thing. I think that's going to make the monorail track look a lot less stupid. It's the idea. So we're going to do that everywhere. So we want high slope. High slope is basically how slopey it is, how strong the walls are, how vertical are the walls. Small radius, high intensity. And I don't want it to be... at the very, very tippy top. I don't want it to be straight across. You want it to feel like it comes down a little bit. So it's got this, like, Lord of the Rings mountain wall kind of vibe. Don't know what makes it Lord of the Rings yet. And I'm just going to jut it out every now and again just so it's not perfect. Alright, that one needs to come a little bit higher. Excited about this idea. I was a little bit apprehensive about this build. Like, when I've been doing this, I was thinking, those monorails, I'm going to try to justify it, but it doesn't look good. To be honest, it doesn't look great at all. But I think this is going to make it really interesting, and give us just something completely different to build with as well. Let's bring these out a little bit. So there's like an interesting backdrop to build against. Like so, and then just build the top back up. Guys, I'm excited about this. That's going to look really good. They're so immensely talented, it's crazy. So we're not going to finish the aviaries today. We're just going to do the walls and we'll probably call it a day. I will go and finish the aviaries. I'll do a time lapse. Okay, I don't really do time lapses in my evolution builds, but they usually don't take 10 bloody hours to build. So let's just talk and we'll finish this off. And then I'll finish the aviary builds, because it's going to be the same thing over and over again. I'm just going to do water, trees, and stuff like that. And then, what I'm going to do for the guest bit, I don't know. Wait, am I not on flatten? Nope. I don't know what I was doing there. Getting a little curvy. That's, again, going to be really interesting. That was in game, right? That's not happening in real life. Yeah, that terrifying storm warning. It's like June, somehow. Oh, a little multi-level wall there. Yeah, cheeky. Bring that up there. It is kind of like June. We should do a June-inspired build. Where's my worms? I need a worm. Sandstorm. I don't think I've ever... I mean, I've seen a sandstorm, but not often. Obviously, you see it in, like, the first level of the game, but beyond that, this looks really good! I love how that looks. Sorry, I'm really excited. In case you can't tell. You know, sometimes you don't really go in with a great plan, and then things just happen to kind of unexpectedly bring it all together, you know? That's kind of how it feels right now. Keeping the sandstorms on as well. Usually I turn weather off because it can make things a little harder to build. You can't really see what's going on, blah, 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 blah. But sandstorm is super appropriate looking. Looks great. It feels like there's like... maybe all these mysterious other civilizations in the background. You know, all this crazy stuff going on that we can't quite see. It kind of feels a little bit like the wall in King Kong. Yeah, very cool. Very sexy. Alright, let's bring these out as well. It also makes it look a little bit more like it's on purpose. Instead of having the monorail around with all the different size, the legs, I suppose you'd call them. If it's on a flatter area, it does look... Is that my Geo dying? I think it probably is. It looks a little bit more like it's been done on purpose. And it's going to be fun to build with as well. I don't need to justify this, leave me alone. I need to fix my Geo. Right, let's build a... I feel kind of bad if I just leave it to die. That was honestly kind of my intention, but I feel kind of guilty. So we're going to build... where am I ever going to fit a Paleomedical Center? Right, we should have one up here anyway. This can be the Paleomedical Center for my pterosaurs. We'll build that a little... Well, the plan was to build it a little higher up. That's what I was literally about to say. I'll build this one a little higher up, and then it kind of like surveys the area, you know? And then it plummeted to the ground. Let's save this pterosaur. That'll do for now. Just want to get that in there, and then... Wait, how's this going to work? I have a suspicion. Wait, no. What I need to do... Where's my pterosaur? There it is. Okay, so we actually don't need a paleomedical... Well, we do, but we also need a response. I must go quickly. Getting a little for night. I will fix this later, okay? Time is of the essence. We need to capture team. We need to tranquilize. Oh, we don't. Oh, we do need to send out the paleomedical, don't we? Okay, this is going to be interesting. What the world have? That needs a hatchery to be... Game, what are you doing to me? Right, okay. It's fine. We're going to fix it. Okay, so apparently to do the scan, it does need... Wait, no, it's fine now, though. It's healing. This is all for nothing. Alright, back to work. Game. Okay, so. Mountain comes across. I mean, the thing is... oh, whoopsie daisy. Although it looks like there's obviously no way the paleomedical vehicle will be able to get here, they probably could. Oh my god, this mountain's huge. Because they'll just drive up the mountain, essentially. Alright, this is a tricky one. Oh no, never mind. It shows what I know. I thought they'd just drive up the hill, honestly. How do we want to do this? That's going to come up like that, I think. And then we'll kind of stagger that in. Yeah, that looks a bit... That might be a bit too high, I think. We're going to bring this down. I just want to say Gondor calls for aid constantly. It's just got that vibe, you know? What we need is like giant... What I want is more stuff like in Planet Zoo or in Planet Coaster. Just giant statues and displays and things that I can go crazy with and make weird things with, you know? That'll never... No. That's not allowed. that's very much not allowed. Just trying to make it look not necessarily supernatural. And by supernatural, I mean natural in a super cool way. Not in a... Woo! That was, in case you were curious, that was a horse ghost. Because it didn't sound like a ghost. It sounded like a horse. So by justification, horse ghost. You see, this used to be this area here. Now, they'll never tell you this story, right? Because society doesn't want you to hear this. This used to be the site of a great horse plains area. The horses loved this place, right? It's all the horses... What? Oh my god. Why are people letting me talk right now? This is where all the horses used to live. They had a grand time. It's called Horse Canyon, okay? But one day, the evil... What's horse's natural enemy? What is a horse's natural enemy? If I was a horse, what would I hate? Gremlins, but that's just personal preference. What do horses hate? Let me know in the comment section down below, but I'm going to have to try and think of justification for this story before the end of this video, so we'll have to keep... That looks so good! Sorry. It really does, though. I might fill in this entire area. You don't always want it to be a straight up wall. Sometimes you need to fill in a little canyon, you know. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. So the horses did battle. Of course they did. They had to defend their homeland against... Right, okay, let's personify a horse. If I was a horse, which I am. If I was a horse, more so than I already am. Well, I need to stop making these jokes. What would you personify a horse? They're like noble and regal creatures, right? They're beautiful. They're very powerful. They're very muscular. Much like myself in many ways, regal and powerful and muscular. Yes, that sums me up. So what is the opposite of those things? Is the question we have to ask ourselves here, ladies and gentlemen. Cockroach. Okay, so when the cockroach is attacked, now these are big cockroaches. They're not just regular sized cockroaches. These are big old cockroaches. They attacked the horse nation. Everything attacked when the cockroach nation attacked. Everything changed when the cockroach nation attacked bloody Nora. Alright? And the horses had to defend themselves. But the cockroaches, they came with power and they linked up with the bush rats. Alright? And between them, they had too much power and they defeated the horses. And that's why... Wait, what is the point of this story again? There's like a horse grave here for some... Oh yeah, it's full of horse ghosts. Sorry, if you love horses. I quite like horses. I used to ride horses for many years. Fun fact. But yeah, that's why there's a horse ghost. Because of the cockroach nation. That took a long time for me to get there for a not fantastic story, it must be said. But, you know, you get what you pay for. And you don't pay, so you get trash. Basically. Unless you're on my Patreon, in which case, thank you very much for the support. I really appreciate it. It's very necessary. It keeps me alive. You're lovely people. And I will send you a better story about horses. Okay, deal. I've had fun this video. I hope someone else has as well. Okay, right. I think that is a vast improvement over what we had before. I think that's going to make for a really cool build. Slight concerns about how this is going to link in with the other monorails. I'm not necessarily going to keep to this, though. I like the idea of building down here. So maybe it's this bit. It's like this sunken valley, and then here we'll drop down and we'll build on the floor. I don't want to go too crazy on the monorails. It's already really crazy with the monorails. I think it's crazy enough, you know? But I'm really happy with how it looks. I think it's really cool. This is going to have to link in eventually, but it is what it is. I'm going to not do the time lapse. It's not going to be very exciting. And the video is already 37 minutes long, which is too long for an Evolution 2 build, frankly. But we'll end it there. Thank you so much for joining me for this very strange video. I know it's not been very creature focused. What I'll do next video is we'll build over here. Any grand ideas for that, feel free to let me know. Or we might build down here. I do want to do a Spinosaurid canyon, and I think this is a really good area for it. So maybe the monorail comes to there and then drops down to here, and then there's like a drive-through where we could do like a truck tour down here through the canyon, and that'll be Spinosaurus Canyon. That'll be a cool idea. Maybe we'll do that. Remember to leave comments. All the 8 species of pterosaurs need some lovely names. Let me know what those are in the comment section down below. I will see you lovely folks very soon. Thanks for joining me. Cheers, much love as always. Throw me a like if you enjoyed this video for some bizarre reason. Bye-bye. Reaching out.